Hello everyone, this is Supersnoopy here, back with another SWTOR video. Today I have guys another SWTOR mini guide video. In today's mini guide video, we're going to be talking about the changing server instances, just what to do, the ways to do it, and what exactly is the point. So this is just going to be a quick little guide video just kind of discussing all of these things, and I think it would be pretty beneficial if you didn't know any of these reasons. So I hope you guys enjoy this SWTOR mini guide video. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, then make sure to leave a like. And if you guys want some gaming mints, then check the link in the description down below. Catalyst at gaming mints. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in this guide. Alrighty guys, let's get into this right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at where your little mini map is on your screen for Star Wars The Old Republic. At the bottom you will see two things. You'll see switch to PvE instance or PvP instance, just depending on what you actually have selected. So you can just hit toggle PvP focus, and if you decide you want to go to a focus of a PvE instance, you can do that. Or if you're on PvE and you're trying to switch to PvP, then you can do that. The difference between the two is with PvE, essentially, if you see other enemy players, you don't have to deal with them whatsoever. Essentially, they can't attack you or hurt you, and you're just fine to just do whatever you want. But on a PvP instance, which is what I'm on right now, if I were to run into any other player on the opposite faction, so if I just ran into like an operative somewhere around here, I could technically attack them and try to take them out, or they could do the exact same thing to me. So typically people try to just stay on the PvE instances, but if there are different events going on in game or something else along the lines of that, or you just want to try and find someone in a PvP instance, and then this is a good option for you. But one thing I have noticed is not many people really use the PvP instances. I say like right now, I know that there's some people that heavily use it or just only use it, but at least from what I've seen is a lot of players mainly just stick to PvE. But it's just overall just complete preference of what you want. Now besides that, just switching your focus, you can go into the area where you open up your world map. So once you actually do that, you can look at the bottom right of the map. As you can see, we have the change instance. Now as you can also probably see, there's instance 1 and 4. Now these are both PvE instances. If they don't have the PvP thing mentioned on the actual thing right here, then it doesn't matter. And as you can see, when I hover over them, it tells me the guildmates that are on a certain area, the group members, and friends. So once you click that, you can actually teleport. So for example, I'll just go to Tatooine 1. There is a little 7-second timer, but after that, you will go to the other area. And as you can see, I'm now on the PvE side of things. Now, one thing that's also important to note is if I want to go back to PvP 2, you can also see that I can't switch instances until a later time. So it says at 10:24. It's currently at 10:22. So as you can probably tell, that's just the way it works. So you can't just jump back and forth between instances just constantly. That is not allowed, but you can just wait it out. So if I want to go back to PvP, I can just wait about 2 minutes and then I can just head back over there. Now there also is another thing to note, and that is, as you can see right here, there is just different little indicators. So if a instance is red, essentially what that means is that no one can actually access that one. And the only way to actually access it is if it's no longer red. So basically the instance is full, and I can't get on there until a set amount of players actually decide to leave. So that can be a bit of a struggle if you do want to actually, let's say, like join other players in an area. But I believe there is one workaround occasionally. So even though an instance is technically red on a planet, you can get into the instance. I believe sometimes if someone does call a guild flagship to it, or you just try to go through your friends list and then jump into an instance that way if someone's in your actual group and they're also in your friends list. So I think the way that these servers work with Star Wars The Old Republic is they say the instance is currently full, and there's still a couple extra slots that can be kind of used for overflow. and then if you actually can get in those just using guild flagship or possibly the friends list, then you can get in those ways. But other than that, if you don't have any of those options, if it's red, that means it's no good. You can't really get to it. But as you can see, even right now with Tatooine 4, it's now no longer red. So I can actually get there as long as it's no longer a timer. So I can just click that right there. We can try to travel. Still have to wait to change. But you basically get the idea. Once the timer's done, I can just try to go to it. And then I can just continue on my way. Now, one really useful tip that I have is if you're on a hub area or a hub little section, for example, like the Republic fleet, you can actually switch instances just constantly, and you won't actually switch into another instance. So this is really, really useful, just because if you want to go to a planet beforehand, and you really don't want to just switch around and waste time, before you go to the actual planet in a hub area, you can just switch it to whatever focus that you want, and then once you go down to that planet, you actually will have that focus once you're headed there. I feel like this is incredibly useful if you just want to just have your focus set immediately, so you don't actually have to worry about just switching it just all around. And because, I mean, let's be honest, people don't want to wait around 10 years just to switch an instance just to play or attack other players. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for this short Star Wars The Old Republic guide video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.